Hi, this is Chase and welcome to the BRZ hood strut installation video. First, you're going to need to gather up your tools. For this I recommend a ratchet, extension, 10mm, 12mm, and 13mm sockets, and a open-ended 1/2" wrench and 13mm wrench. Now gather up all your parts. Here I'm going to show you a quick trick on how to figure out which bracket pairs go together. They should line up like that with the tabs facing in if you put them exactly how I found them. That's how you'll know which pairs go together. Now grab your brackets, flip the main hood bracket upside down and insert the rubber bumper. It should be opposite that tab. Now grab your strut body, pull the little rubber nipples off the hardware, and then grab the strut body end and put it into the hole on the inside of the bracket. It should line up in a straight line with the bracket. And put the nut on there and then tighten that finger tight. Now take a 13mm wrench, put it on the ball cup that's on the strut side, and take your 1/2" wrench and tighten it down. Now move on to the lower bracket. You want the ball cup on the outside of the bracket. Put the nut on there and tighten it finger down. Again, 13mm wrench, 1/2" wrench, tighten it, don't go nuts. Here I'm speed building the other bracket. Now notice the ball cup is on the outside of the bracket opposite of the tab. You want the nut on the inside. Same thing on this one. You want to match this exactly. And on the top of the strut, you want to be inside of that bend, and the strut body will line up along the length of the bracket. Okay, now grab your 10mm socket and find this bolt and remove. I like to put things in that little cowl. Now grab your 12mm ratchet, remove the lower bolt completely, grab one of the longer replacement bolts and insert. Now I'm using my hand to straighten the hood because sometimes that bracket will be a little bent from the factory. Now leave enough gap in there to slip the bracket in. You're going to want to measure that beforehand. It's going to make installation really easy here in a second. Take the 12mm ratchet and remove the top bolt. Again, you'll notice that I'm supporting the hood with my hand. It's not necessary, but it is always a good safety measure. Now take the entire bracket assembly, slip the lower end onto the bolt, support everything still, grab the replacement bolt, line up the holes, slip the bolt in. You should be able to tighten it with your finger. If not, you are probably starting to cross thread it and make sure everything is lined up again. And once you have everything in there finger tight, grab your ratchet and you'll tighten these with the 13mm ratchet, not the 12 that you removed the factory bolts with. And now you have the upper hood bracket attached. All you simply do is slip the tab into the large hole behind the small hole you removed the bolt from, line up the bolt hole, tighten the bolt in, grab your 10mm wrench, line everything up, and tighten it down. I'll do the exact same thing on the other side. Before you shut your hood or test anything out, grab everything, give it a good shake, make sure everything is in place, and there's your new hood struts.